In this video, I'm going to show you how to break apart an image and use the path functions, break apart and path combine. I was sent a JPEG and a lady was trying to trace this with all the separate colors and have them separated so that she could move the words around. And she couldn't figure out how to do it. So go to Path Trace Bitmap and choose colors, uncheck smooth because that's going to distort your text. Stack scans and remove background. I have 7 colors chosen. I'll click OK and close that out. And I'll click on a color and bring it over and delete this one. I'm going to keep it for reference though. I suggest that you delete it. That way when you take it into Design Space, you don't have that extra image and wondering what's going on. Okay, so with your path, your objects, which are paths in Inkscape, selected, go to Ungroup. And I'll ungroup until it says no groups. That way I know everything is ungrouped. And then I'll left click and start separating the scans. Okay. Now, this one obviously is not going to work. What I'm looking for here is clear text and also that the football be separated from the words and the. If it were not, there is a way to do it, but it's just easier if you can find a scan that has clear text and this is separated, okay? So as you can see, this is connected, so that's not going to work. This has hollowed out text. That's not what she wants, as well as the brown one. So I'm really left with the gray and the red. If you look inside the whites of the footballs, you can see that they have this extra stuff in there, which is easily fixable, but this one has more, and I think the text really looks better on the red one. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this gray one. All right, so I'm left with this one here. So in the image, I have all of these colors. Well, how am I going to get this separated? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Path Break Apart. And what that does is it breaks apart every single little thing, and it also breaks apart all the stuff inside the football, all the centers to the letters. But if you have cursive like this, that's going to all be on one. But she wants this word separated, so that's going to be fine. All right, so I'm going to left click and drag a box around the first line of text that's going to be black. I'm going to go to Path Combine. And what that did was it put it on its own layer, if you will, its own line, and then I can turn that black. And I'll do the same for the word commercials. Path Combine, and I'll leave that red. And then I'll do the same for food, Path Combine, and I'll turn that blue. And then I'll choose the football. Now I got the letter A, so I can hold the Shift key down and click on that letter A and it deselects it. And do Path Combine, and I'll turn that brown. And then I can actually move this away and select and the, Path Combine, and turn that black. So now I have all of my separate colors and all of their, and all of them can be moved around however you like. You can rotate them, you can do whatever. Okay, now if you look at this image, it has a black outline. If you wanted that around the football, the food, and the commercial, I'll show you how to do that. But let's zoom in on this football, because if you remember, it had that little mark in there. So let's select the image and go to, actually, let me zoom out, because all it did was select the football, not the whole image. And let's left click and drag a box around that little mark that was inside of there and hit delete and delete that, okay? All right, so let's say that we wanted a black layer underneath the word food, commercial, and the football. So we will select the word commercials and go to path, linked offset, and a little triangle will show up here. Let's choose the color black, left click on that triangle and pull it upwards just a little bit. And then once you're done, you got it the thickness that you want it, go to path, object, path. And as you can see, that gave us a solid black offset to our red text. And you do the same thing, path linked offset, turn it black, grab the little triangle, pull it up, path, object, path. If I select it and raise it, you'll see that it has given it an offset, okay? And we'll do the same for the football, path linked offset, turn it black. Now you want to be careful when you do the football because it will fill in the white in here. You know, it's up to you whether you want to do that or not. Path, object, path. That would be totally up to you. So now I'll go to my selector tool and I will get rid of this image here. And this is what she wanted. She wanted to be able to move these around, rotate them, however. Now, if you wanted separate words instead of lines, you would do the same thing. You would just have selected the word just and then went to path combine. Here, path combine, for, path combine, and so on. And then you would be able to move the words around separately instead of the lines. Okay? So now you can select it all, group it, file, save as, choose destination and name, and save it as a plain SVG, and you're good to go. So I hope this has helped. Thanks for watching, and join me in my next video.